This is Princess Jordan here. Like my mom's Queens of Queens page.
Bringing you joy to your day, and I hope that you here to stay. But if you not, I hope you get to where you going safe. Them bad feelings I will erase. If you let my vibe take its place, how could you tell me you not into this? It's written on your face. I know me and you can relate. This the way I communicate. If nothing else, you gon' love the way I motivate. This piece is for your mind. Nowadays I know that it's hard to find. If you've been feeling like you.
Hey everyone, it's Queens of Queens Radio here. It's Queen Myesha, and today's topic is Gladys Knight and the Star Spangled Banner. Should we stand for it? So, like always, I would love to introduce the people who are on this panel. Please introduce yourself.
King Aijalon, lawyer African mind. It is a pleasure to be on this serious topic. This is bigger than what we normally invest our time in. The national anthem is a part of American history that is very questionable for the Negro, Black, Public, African American. Can't wait till we get into this. Last night, she's been in the fight for a long time. Let's roll up our sleeves and get into it.
And who's next?
Greetings and blessings to all the panel as well as the listeners. This is Dedan Kimathi. I appreciate you for having me on the panel once again. What's up, y'all? This is Syn-Q. What's happening? Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So this past Sunday, it was Super Bowl Sunday, and from my understanding, many different artists were asked to sing the Star Spangled Banner and to perform, and a lot of them declined because of all the stuff going on with the NFL and how they're having a whole bunch of problem with, not problem, they're not standing behind Kaepernick, right? So that kind of made a controversy, and then Gladys Knight, she took the offer to sing the Star Spangled Banner. Now, I did not watch the Super Bowl, so I don't know exactly what happened. I did not even see her perform this song. But in my opinion, you know, it's another form of we don't stick together. The younger artists that declined doing performing, they were trying to make a point. And then we have the older person, which I'm pretty sure she has tons of stories about racism and everything else within her career. She decided to take the offer. I mean, I don't know if the check was too big or the check was big enough and she was just like, I don't care, and I'm old, I probably won't be here another 15 years anyway. I don't know. I don't know her personally. So I'm opening the panel up, or opening the discussion up. You guys go ahead and go at it.
Well, like I said before, I thought it would be interesting if she would have sung the Black National Anthem. She'd have got up there, and everybody would have thought she was going to sing the national anthem, and she sung the lift every voice and sing. It would have been a great thing to see.
Now, what do you think the repercussions would have been if she'd have done that?
I think it would have been all over the news. I think a whole lot of people would be continuously talking about it, and she probably would have lost money because the contract would probably stipulate that she's supposed to sing the Star Spangled Banner. But I think that if she'd have done that and she'd have started a GoFundMe and said, hey, look, y'all, they're not paying me for what I did. Hit me up on the GoFundMe. I think a lot of black people would hit it, would put money in there for her.
But now, what about all the other people who might send her hate mail. Because I mean, doing that is in some Americans' eyes is just like if you set the American flag on fire. So I mean, with all that backlash, that's a lot to handle, especially being an old lady. How old is she? Like in her 70s, 80s, or something?
Yeah, I think she's probably in her 70s or 80s. But if she'd have done something like that, I'm pretty sure that um, she wouldn't have any problem getting some protection from, uh, some brothers that would help her. I would, if if it came to that point and she came out and said something, I'd provide security for it. I'd go out there, set up a security team, get some brothers from the Nation of Islam, the New Black Panther Party, or somebody. But the thing about it is, standing up against white supremacy is going to be a given. You're going to get death threats. That's what happened to Kaepernick. And, to me, it's like the ultimate thing is you just got to not be afraid to die.
Right. Can I chime in?
Absolutely.
All right. In 2019, we have to be realists. We are inside of a society that wants us to accept oppression, depression, and suppression. But the planet, the universe, the galaxy, creation, God, ancestors, or whatever we want to call it, is aligning a majority of black people up to think for themselves. And when we think for ourselves, nobody wants mistreatment. We want justice, we want truth, we want righteousness. And if we're going to stand for the truth, we know that anthem is not based in righteousness, it's not based in justice, it's not based in truth. And only a slave mentality or an android or a humanoid or a robot will stay inside of a program that is not beneficial. And it's not so much about dying, it's about living for truth. It's about living for justice. It's about living for righteousness. And in that aspect, you do not taste death. Death has no equation because you're living inside truth, and truth is eternal. And it promotes generation. And the only way we're going to counter this racism is with truth. The only way we're going to implement justice is with truth. And when truth is on your side, we see brothers like Kaepernick make a stand to try to motivate them. And we see a whole system use its muscle to try to sway us from truth. And it's not about Kaepernick. It's about the people who received injustice make a decision that they don't want it no more. And it's upon them. It's not upon the individual, but it's upon the collective to stand up in truth and say, hey, this right here is rooted in evilness. This is rooted in wickedness. This is rooted in humanity. We don't have to receive it. And that's leading me into the viewing, the listening on it, that we like Gladys. Gladys is old school. She knew what our people had been through in the 50s. I'm presuming that's the time she started coming of age. What happened and transpired with the civil rights, the social rights, the civil rights, and the human rights of the 60s and the 70s. Her music reflected it until we got commercialized in the 80s and 90s. So I don't know if she owed taxes and she was desperate in need of money, but from a moral decision that could have affected the whole planet, her name, her weight, her iconicness, her celebrity status, for her to be a voice on the world stage and speaking to the wickedness of the anthem, it would have did justice a whole bunch of good. I know we like to idolize people We know we've been taught that the founding fathers or the national anthem are so many things that we've been given throughout our lives. It's supposed to be wholesome, patriotic, and all-American pie, cherry pie, apple pie. But when the bottom line hits and truth comes out, only a fool will fight truth by staying and living in a lie. And so from that point of view, I think Gladys Knight should stand down because of Fannie Lou Hamer, because of Queen Mother Moore, because of Sojourner Truth, because of Harriet Tubman, because of Coretta Scott King, because of Betty Shabazz, Ida B. Wells, and many other women. If we want to talk about women's suffrage, on the suffrage of the black race at the hand of global white supremacy, and knowing that the national anthem in 2019 has been revealed to be associated with a racist agenda, an agenda to stop the liberty, the liberation, the freedom, the interest into the great society. Just in that type of knowledge that's been revealed to us, and her being an elder to these babies, right? For her to make a stand to free the mind of the next generation, which should outweigh the money. The word individual means indivision. Collective means cooperation. And so somebody has to take initiative, since money is an ideal. Somebody has to take the idea that our unity, our liberation, our liberty is not to be purchased. There is a collectivity that needs to be stand on from the celebrity status. And Gladys had an opportunity to side with, to patch, and make a stand that could have went around the world. We have people all over the globe that's looking at what the African American do in America. And it's very important that our people who have celebrity status, star power, authority, or control, or have an image, that they become in solidarity with the have-nots, the voiceless. And that's just my outlook from a multi-dimensional point of view. I know I was all around the place, but for those who get the gist of it, like, comment, share, and subscribe to Queen's the Queen, Kingz of Queens discussion groups. We need your input. We're looking for it. We're trying to go all around the world. We want to have different people. So getting back to the topic, next person. Thank you for letting me chime in.
So
Dedan Kimathi.
Dedan Kimathi, you there?
Yes, I had it on mute just now. Please forgive me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Dedan Kimathi. Right was the time. That's why I came to the realization. Okay. When I initially heard that the sister was singing the Star Spangled Banner, I was like, oh, no, wait a damn minute. And she actually made come out of her own mouth that I was around doing civil rights and all, okay. The FBI was around too doing civil rights. That don't mean that they were there for the damn people. This reminds me of the Montgomery bus boycott. All of our people collectively came together because of us being disrespected, mistreated on the bus line. So we all collectively merged and came together. I'm like, hold the hell on, wait a minute, I'm spending my damn money and I'm not being treated as equal. Hell nah, guess what, people, we ain't gonna ride this damn bus. We're gonna pull it, our ass gonna be walking as a unit. For her to do that is just like somebody going through what we went through during the Montgomery bus boycott, and they saying, well, damn, I'll beat her. I'm going to get on this bus. They said I can get on for free. Just completely ignoring the fact that we being disrespected. Not just one person, as a collective, we all being disrespected as a result to the color of our skin. Not to mention, when we look a little more in depth of the Star Spangled Banner, the complete history of it, it was written by a damn slave master. And you already know what transpired during the slave trade. You know, there was a lot of terrorism, there was a lot of rape, pedophilia, just straight sheer terrorism. Now, the person who wrote that Star Spangled Banner was Francis Scott Key. Star Spangled Banner was written September 13th, 1814 to be exact.
Hold on, Dedan. I'm sorry. Hold on, Dedan. Hold on. Oh, go ahead. That was King Aijalon trying to get in the other line. But go ahead. He'll probably try to call in a few more minutes. Sorry for cutting you off.
He was a white supremacist, slave owner. He also was a prosecutor. He would prosecute abolitionists. Now, Francis Scott Key also said that our people are inferior to white. Okay? So with all that known, what the hell do we look like standing for a national anthem that was written by a straight slave master, white supremacist? That would be the equivalent to a so-called Jew standing for a national anthem that Adolf Hitler wrote. So, again, when I found out about her doing that right there, I just shook my head and was like, damn, come on now. You really got to do better. And, again, don't ever speak on no damn civil rights movement. Again, during that civil rights movement, we collectively came together. You know, we all stood up for something. We came together collectively. It wasn't just no damn straddling no damn fence. None of this right here. She disrespectful, man. I see why the kids left her ass, man, straight up.
I mean, yeah, I think she really dropped the ball on this because she could have went about it two ways. She could have went about it the greedy way and the fearful way. You know, either or, and that's kind of what she did. That's kind of what she did. It was the greedy way, not really caring about anybody else but herself. Or she could have went the other way, the way that you know, kind of being brave about it and really leaving a mark. Because, yeah, she left a mark. She probably has all these awards at her house, and we can listen to her music and all that stuff. But if she would have stood up and really did something, you know, and like you said, you know, just do something else. Even if she had that platform and she would have sung, you know, one of our songs and just said, screw them, I'm going to go a cappella with this one, you know, she would have still left a mark. And in our eyes as black people, she would have been looked at as a hero, despite what everybody else, because everybody else probably again would have probably left her death threats and all kind of stuff. But she would have really left a mark, and she dropped the ball. And it's crazy because how old she is and all the things she's seen. Maybe she don't have no more fight in her. She don't have no more fight. She just basically laid down on her back and showed her belly. She has no more fight in her.
Well, this is the exact same thing that Jim Brown did too. Again, it's like when they get in those later states, like you know what, this has been going on for all of these years. You know, I just gonna wait for Jesus to come and save the day. They say Jesus this and Jesus that, but you know what? Jesus wouldn't have been singing no damn song that was written by King Herod, who had an open agenda to kill all male children 2 years under. He wouldn't be singing no damn song that was written by them. I want to say this. I want to say this. Alone, like speaking is so clean, boundary, and strategic. They will take people out in the 60s and give them everything that they thought they wanted in the 70s and went over. But tell them, the slave slaves in the 80s, they'll take them off in the 90s, and they'll offer them a chance to come back in the 2000s. At a price, Jim Brown, at a price, Mr. President, at a price, Prince, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, at a price, James Brown, at a price, that coming from the slums, the ghettos, the projects, and that I got my money. I would like to make something announced for our people, to the listeners. A lot of us don't even know in depth, too. We speak about the Star Spangled Banner. I just broke down the history of the Star Spangled Banner, you know, that it was written by a real evil white supremacist who didn't give a damn about our people. It's one more other thing that must be known also, the third stanza that was removed out of the Star Spangled Banner. Now, if this is such a good song, why would they remove the third stanza? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to take a look a little more in depth. it says, their blood has washed out their foul footsteps pollution. No refuge could save the hireling and slave from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave. And the star-spangled banner in triumph doth wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, y'all heard me correctly. They removed that from the Star-Spangled Banner. If the song is such a good damn song, how come they didn't keep that in there? That's because they talking about our damn ancestors. They talking about our damn people. From them killing them, murdering them. Like I say, these people have a real in-depth history that surrounds straight genocide, pedophilia, rape, robbery, arson. The damn list go on and damn on and on. And we gonna sit up there and sing a damn song of this type of damn dude? Come on now, people. Again, that's the equivalent to a so-called Jew singing a damn song written by Adolf Hitler. So in other words, ladies and gentlemen, we run around looking like some damn blood, quick walking. Imagine that. We gotta cut it out, people. We gotta do better, man.
Well, we have about 5 more minutes left, so if anybody has anything they want to say, please say it now, or I guess forever hold your peace.
Okay, I would like to just keep in mind that that Gladys Knight is a victim of racism, white supremacy, and that yes, sir. I believe that what she's actually doing is basically because she's highly confused about what racism is and how it works, and she's just been misguided by whatever it is that the racist white supremacists have gotten her to do, whatever it is that they've done to persuade her to do what she did. So ultimately, the blame doesn't go on her; it goes on them.
I mean,
definitely.
do you think maybe she?
They do what they always do.
Do you think maybe she just doesn't give a damn?
What do you say?
I said, do you think maybe she just doesn't give a damn?
Maybe she doesn't give a damn. How can you say that? Absolutely, she's a victim. She might not give a damn.
Because I mean, now, well, hold on. I'm looking at it like this.
They put us in a state of mind and
Wait a minute. Now, in my definition, correct me if I'm wrong or if you guys don't agree with me. A victim is someone who has no knowledge of that there is a better way, right? Now, someone knows there's a better way, especially if they've been through it, and they just choose not to change their ways. I wouldn't call that a victim. I'd just say you don't give a damn.
Yeah, so I don't agree with that definition of what a victim is.
Go ahead.
I think that a victim of racism, white supremacy is confused about what racism, white supremacy is and how it works. So it's not even if they said they didn't give a damn. I believe that they think they don't give a damn because they've been persuaded to believe that they shouldn't give a damn. All of the information that we get about what racism, white supremacy is it comes from the white supremacists. Most of it, some of it comes from us, based on the result of the racism, but not necessarily knowing how the racism is done. Who's that? It's Queen Shavaka on the phone, y'all.
Oh, hey, Queen Shavaka.
Oh.
Hey, sorry guys.
It's okay.
Hey, Queen Shavaka. Okay. Well, yeah, I was just saying that, from a victim standpoint, we know how it happens. We can describe the abuse of racism, but as far as how it is made or how it's committed, I don't think enough of us know how that's done. The number one tool of the racist white supremacists is deception. And they're highly skilled at being deceptive. And we're talking about if you really want to know how deceptive they are, just study the operations of any one of their intelligence agencies, and how they do the things that they do to persuade people, and you'll see that they're highly skilled at what they do. And I don't even think there's even one victim of racism, white supremacy, that knows exactly how to defend themselves against the type of deception that comes out of these intelligence agencies.
I'm just throwing this out there. So just say I know, how the system works and how it was created many years ago to hold us in bondage, and we're still in bondage, and we everything we get, they destroy it. We're the most hated people on earth. They love our culture, but they hate us. And just say I know all this knowledge. I know all the knowledge about how the government is set up and all that different stuff. And how about I'm just like, you know what? I'm tired of thinking about it. I'm tired of trying to fight against it. Fuck it. I don't care. Am I still a victim? Even though I have the knowledge in my head and I'm just tired of fighting? Am I still really a victim, or am I just, or what I'm trying to say is when is that line between a victim and someone just taking responsibility for their actions and what they do and what they don't want to do?
Well, let me say that first one.
King Aijalon, we can't hear you. You're muffling.
Oh, sorry. I said some people are like that now. Like, okay, that happened 400 years ago. Lots happening since then. Modernization. What are we doing over yesterday?
I think once you have the knowledge of something, it's your responsibility if you want to stand up and do something. You're no longer a victim anymore. Victims are people who don't have that knowledge. So if you have the knowledge and you studied how we got to this point and how the system is built, it's engineered to keep us down. You know this. You can't. I don't understand how you can really say that the person's a victim. They chose not to want to do anything and to ignore it because the fight is a little bit too hard for them. Go ahead, King Aijalon.
Wait, before Aijalon,
okay, go ahead.
I'm the one that's the victim. I'm the one that.
I know, but you all can chime in. I just want to say something, because when you say victim, let's take your perspective. And everybody might not agree with that particular perspective. That's how you feel. There is people that can be a victim and also have the knowledge, right? You don't know a victim. It's like the dude when he wants to matrix. He's on the ship and he's fighting to free Zion. We chose to sell all people out. We can only eat because we want to take. And we can have those victims, right? We have an opportunity to make a choice. And it's almost be described because of their choice. So whether they're a victim or not, there's some accountability, even in my life. The choices I made with drugs and women. And we victims, but somewhere I can man up and become accountable and become responsible. And if we do that, we're doing this shit for another 500 years. I mean, I don't know if that's what we meant, but it came off like, I can hear what you're saying a little bit, but we all don't have to agree. We sort of become a victim that, you could say a victim in the circumstances. And they're crappy. But shit, we ain't no dummies. I mean, I think like, this at that is the default in our thinking. It's like, what's the use even trying to wake up for? I see people can out-clap us and we're going to be victims for us for it.
May I chime in? Okay. So my definition of a victim of racism, white supremacy, is a non-white person who is mistreated on the basis of skin color. That's the definition of a victim of racism, white supremacy. What is the definition of racism? How does a racist white supremacist mistreat a non-white person. They usually miss. Yes, it is. I said my definition. The way a racist white supremacist usually mistreats a non-white person is with deception. If you know how to overcome deception, then yes, you're not a victim. Okay? If you cannot be deceived by a racist white supremacist, then absolutely, you're not a victim. But the truth is, we don't know enough. We haven't studied enough about the system to learn how to overcome the deception that's been happening to us. If you look at it, historically speaking, we've had the same thing happen to us over and over and over again. All these police killings, all these killings of black males, this ain't nothing new. They've been killing black males since slavery. They've been killing us ever since they brought us into slavery. That's nothing new. Them lynching our people is nothing new. Them having a black person stand up and entertain white people like Gladys Knight does is nothing new. It's nothing new. It's something that's been happening. That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is she's having a point. How is it going to stop? How is it going to stop? If you're not a white person that knows how to make it stop, then you can say that you're not a victim. If you don't know how to make it, all you can do is make a problem and complain about the problem, but you can't solve it. If you want to believe in it, I know I'm one.
Okay, I understand from your opinion, your perspective, and your view.
You have to understand our victimization also. When you look at our people as a collective, do we unconditionally love ourselves? Do we suffer from? Do we go through things called colorism, where it's light skin against dark skin? It's 2019. Yes, the hell we do, right? Do we love? When you look at the black woman collectively, do she love her hair, or do she have a look like Heather, Sarah, and Becky? Or is she in the transition from getting her hair done? Do she have it all covered up and try to hide it as if it's ugly? The majority of our sisters do that right there. These are telltale signs of us being victimized. And it's something that transpired from one generation to another generation. It's passed down from generation to generation. Of course, slavery happened a long time ago. But you know what else? A lot of these slave masters' last damn name, Washington, Jones, Montgomery, all them damn last names that happened a long time ago. Look, you ain't gonna see no damn so-called Jew walking around with no damn last name Hitler. That's right. You know what I mean? So again, that's a sign of our victimization too. When something happened to you and you don't see no foul, no harm in what happened to you, you can carry on. A person who brutalized and terrorized your ass, you can carry on a damn last name and don't think not a damn thing of it. Carry on their last name. That is a sign. Think in their language. There's absolutely. Look, we celebrate our damn enemies, our open damn enemies. We celebrate their holidays as if it was ordained from a damn minister in the damn Bible. We celebrate these holidays founded by, again, pedophile, rapists, and damn terrorists. And then when we get called out on it, I'm giving thanks for being with my damn children. You're supposed to do that every time you get out the damn bed. Not because the damn day that they reserve to tell you to do it. The Valentine's Day, reserving a damn day to show love to your significant other. You're supposed to do that every damn time you with your damn significant other, show her ass some type of damn love. You know what I mean? You ain't supposed to just let nobody dictate to tell your ass when your ass should celebrate. But that's what we do. We celebrate our ancestors, though. That's another thing, too. One of these days, we're going to meet the people who fought and died from us. They're going to be spitting in our face and slapping our ass in our damn face when we meet our ancestors. They're going to be like, hold the hell on. You celebrate all this garbage, but you don't celebrate the people who fought and died for your ass? These are all telltale signs that we have been victimized. And the chains were removed from our limbs, but they still on our damn brain right now to this very day, to where we can't even, we can't establish a critical thought process. We can't even think from A to damn B. no type of critical thought process, no empathy to think. And I just want to say, even though it happened, it started a long time ago, but racism is still going on. The system is still There's still very smart and powerful people who are ruling this planet with racism. They're ruling it, and they're making sure that it continues to go on. It's a current war. It's not something that started and ended a long time ago. They want to make us think that it ended in 1865, but it didn't. It didn't end. All you got to do is do the research. You look at the 13th Amendment and see how they wrote that in the clause when they so-called freed us. They didn't actually do it. They didn't actually free us. You just got to read it and see how they set us up all over again, and they keep setting us up over and over again. We keep falling for the okie doke because not enough of us are actually studying to see what's going on. Okay, we get caught up with shit like Empire and Real Housewives and the Super Bowl and all these other forms of entertainment that they use to keep us distracted, so we can't really focus on what's going on. It's not constant. I just want to say something else about playing the victim. I want to say just say something else about playing the victim real quick. There is no such thing as playing the victim. That's a term that the racist white supremacists have been applying to us to make us not want to embrace the truth of what's happened to us. They don't ever say that to the Jews. You can watch thousands or hundreds of movies and read books and all kinds of stuff about the Jews and their Holocaust who've embraced their victimhood, and they use it. They get the maximum amount of use that they possibly can to get it and to get whatever they can by claiming the truth of their victimhood. They got a whole damn country behind it. And the United Nations recognizes us as victims of racism, white supremacy. They recognize us as that. They declared they have a human rights, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which is supposed to be like the world constitution that all of the countries in the United Nations came together and put together, and they said that our human rights were violated because of racism, and they call us victims of racism. That's right, damn it. And they said that he's eligible for reparations. Please take it up, ladies and gentlemen.
So now, okay, so I have a question. Wait a minute, I have a question. I have a question.
Okay.
So, why do you think that the Jewish people and other people who they're almost been exterminated, or people have tried to exterminate them? Why do you? What's the difference between us and them? Meaning, they realize what happened to them. They changed their mindset. They come together and they taught their children what had happened to them, so it doesn't repeat itself. Why couldn't we do that? Why haven't we done that? What's going on with us? Why is it so different? Because we had, I mean, if you look at it, we were put through the ringer too.
Wait, number one, we can't even agree that we victims.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one. They all agree that they've been victimized. And starting with the fact that they've all agreed that they've been victimized, they've made sure that they've set up things and put things in place so that their children will never forget what happened to them. Incidentally, just so you know, Semite Jews are considered to be Semites, or were the original ones. You got a whole bunch of imposter ones right now, but the ones who were being killed in Germany were considered to be Semites. And Semite means half white, half black, non-white. The semi in Semite is supposed to mean that, and they were killing them in Germany because they were considered to be non-white. The Germans did not want them to be a part of their bloodline. They were trying to create a master race of blonde-haired, blue-eyed people. They were following eugenics, the same eugenics that was set up by Margaret Sanger. So that whole situation was related to us, but you have some imposters. That's up a whole nother story. But the main reason is because we can't even agree on whether we're victims of racism or not. That's the main reason. we always have that pride about ourselves, though, ignoring there's something wrong with our ass. You know, just like telling somebody, how you doing? How your day going? Your day going bad as hell, but you're going to be like, oh, everything fine. You know, it's always, when we need some type of psychological help, we always ignore. Now, I don't need no help. Nah, that's crazy if you go see about your damn mental health. We got a strange ass pride about stuff like that right here. We got to snap up out of that. Not to mention what transpired with the so-called Jews. Look, our Holocaust is 100 times worse than what happened to them. Ours happened in 19, so-called 1865. What transpired to them Jews was, they say, somewhere within a time frame of somewhere with like six some years or something around for that. So it's something that's been done to us over and over and over and over and over for hundreds of damn years. You're not gonna snap up out of something like that for so damn long. Not to mention, they fooled us with this stupid ass religion too. You know, we didn't come over here no damn Christian. That was something that they forced on us. The same way the Spaniards forced Catholicism on the Filipinos, and all the other little neighboring areas that they turned out. The Dominican Republic, you know, they got Cuba, everywhere with these damn Spaniards, Belgium, these Italians, the Britons, the Englishmen, everywhere they went, they colonized, brutalized, and terrorized. But guess who was colonized, brutalized, and terrorized for the damn longest? Us. So it's going to take us a long ass time to snap up out of this shit because a lot of us not on the damn same page mentally. You know what I mean? We think, you know, when we talk about let's run, let's get the hell away from freedom, we not fit to be damn slaves. We worried about masters giving our ass a butter damn biscuit and knitting our ass a damn sweater. We always be putting damn monetary gain before damn dignity. And that's the shit that happened with Gladys Knight. She put that damn money before the dignity of our damn people. Us standing in solidarity, you know, standing up to damn Pharaoh, standing up to these evil ass individuals. We say just want to take the damn money. As long as I get mine, I's okay. Fuck you and yours. You got people that steady being brutalized and terrorized. And we need to do something about that right there, man. Kissing ass is not gonna get us out of this situation. In fact, it ain't even no more kissing no ass no more. You know, we done kissed away the damn tissue, the gluteus maximum, minimum, and medium. We kissing the damn bone. Now we ain't kissing no ass no more as much. We've been doing this shit. Again, it's 2019, and we still not on the damn same page, man. 2019.
Thank you. All right, guys, we've ran out of time.
Yes. So my people, real quick.
Yes.
The damn Kimathi, I'm signing out. And listen, y'all, damn that damn Super Bowl. We shouldn't be worried about no stupid ass Super Bowl. Look, for real, y'all. We shouldn't be worried about no damn Super Bowl while our ass is in the damn toilet bowl.
That was great.
You should have made that into a shirt. It's too late now. You gotta wait till next year.
Right. You know, and Queen Shavaka here, I just wanted to just piggyback on whoever said the whole just being good thing. And my slogan, if you guys ever seen my videos, which many on the channel has, my theme is epic. Like, how are you doing? Epic. And I did a video about it. How are you ever tired of this? How are you doing today? I'm good. How are you doing today? I'm fine. Have you ever tired of just being good? Are you tired of just being fine? Why not be epic? Like, find another way to uplift yourself. So I just thought whoever said that was just really, I don't know anyways, what I've been saying all along about good.
This is the damn Kimathi. You know, people, we sit on a lot of ears and a lot of thinking. Man, let's just go ahead and tell her how it is. That's one of the main reasons why we still under this damn spell too. If we say something wrong, that means we got to make steps to correct what's not right with us. If we keep saying everything going damn good, we ain't gonna never be able to heal from what the hell is wrong with us.
Yep. Well, all right. Thank you, guys. This is Queen Myesha, Queens of Queens Radio. This is Kings of Queens discussion group. We have Queen Shavaka on the line. I'm so glad you could make it, Queen Shavaka.
Yes.
Pleasure, as always.
Yes. We have King Aijalon.
King Aijalon and TV of Royal Command 77 331 7766. We are socialism is, like, you get in contact, you feel like you're in a part of this.
We have Dedan Kimathi.
To all the listeners to the panel, I love y'all unconditionally. We really gonna be able to make it, man. Let's get our mind right. Let's wise up so we can wise up. I appreciate all of y'all. Thank you for having me. You can reach me at DEDAN724. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Good night. Thank you for having me.
And that's on Instagram, right?
Absolutely. Please forgive me. That's Instagram. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we have Dr. Syn-Q.
All right, y'all. Yep, Dr. Syn-Q, thanks for having me. I just want to say to the audience, stay strong in the struggle to replace white supremacy with justice. And you can catch me on YouTube, Dr. Syn-Q, dr.syn-q, on Instagram at Get Justice or Die. And that's it. Peace, y'all.
And you can check out more of the discussions and interviews that we have done. Go to Queenz, that's Queenz of Queenz on Facebook or on YouTube and check them out. Let us know what you think. Share, like, tell other people about it, and support us. So thank you for listening. Queens of Queens Radio, Kings of Queens discussion group. Absolutely. Have a good night. Princess Jordan, why are you crying?
I'm trying to find money for your radio show.
My radio show, Queens of Queens? Are you trying to donate money to me?
Yeah.
Well, you know, donations do help. It'll help me advertise and buy new equipment.
Yeah.
Thank you, Princess Jordan. That's very kind of you.
I found money.
What in the world is that?
Money. It's money.
Let me see. Jordan, this is fake money.
I pranked you. Dun, 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 dun.
Silly Princess Jordan.